Awesome. Okay. So our team call, Titanium Knockouts. I always like to do the date so I know when I go back. It is February 16, 2016. And we have our special guest, Jenn Holdman, on. I will give Jenn a quick introduction in a minute, but guys, just really quickly, I don't want to take up too much of Jenn's time. If you guys were not on the Team Eagle call on Monday, I posted the recording in our team page. I know a lot of you have seen it already, but Team Eagle is doing a push group. If you want information on how to get in it, it's a $10 entry fee because they're going to be actually giving away prizes at the end. But I really think we should all be in it. And I will 100% admit this, our Diamond Push Dash group right now is not doing well. And that's my fault and my partner's fault on not keeping up with it. So I want to scrap that and I want us all to concentrate and we'll do it together because I want to do it too. We'll be in that push group together. So if you don't know what that is, ask me later. If you don't know where to find the application or the Eventbrite to give your $10, let me know and I will tag you in it. Okay. So tonight we have Ms. Jenn Holdman. Jenn and I, again, just like you heard, we were in a Diamonds group together that was organized by corporate. And when we were at Summit, we happened to be, like she said, huddled in a corner together, trying to keep cool. And I recognized her and another coach, Charisse. Charisse is on your team or are you just friends?
We're on the same team and we're success partners.
Oh, awesome. So Charisse, both lovely human beings. And Jenn is responsible for recruiting me to the Westchester Market Council. So she has a special place in my heart. So she called me up and asked me if I wanted to join. And I was so super excited that she thought of me. And she's a 3-star Diamond. She just went to the new leadership conference, which everyone that qualifies gets an invitation. So you have to be 2-star Diamond and above. And there's some other lovely qualifications that you can look up in the back office. But she went and I have been begging her to give us tips. And I think, right? You made slides and stuff, right?
Oh yeah. I got a PowerPoint. This is no joke.
No joke. So take it away, Jenn. You went, tell us what happened.
Okay, guys, it was amazing. It was, you get the invitation. It's a day and a half. Like you're thinking like, how good can it be? It's a day and a half. It was unbelievable. I had wavered back and forth whether or not I was going. I'm a mom. I have 2 sons. I work full time. I work at a school. You can't really take time off. It was my son's play that weekend. And my husband was like, no, you need to go. You qualified. You need to go. And I was like, okay. So we worked it out that I would take the red eye home on Friday. So that way I would only miss 1 show of my son's play and I would be back Saturday morning at like 8 a.m., probably with toothpicks in my eyes to get to the afternoon performance. And I'm so glad that he said go because it was a fantastic experience. So I am going to do a screen share. Let's see. Give me 1 second to just do that.
And not to mention that you ended up getting stuck there with a blizzard.
Yes, and we got stuck there. That in California when I wasn't supposed to be there is never a good thing. Okay, so I wanted to just kind of like make a couple of for me to tell you everything, we could be on the call for about 4 hours, but I wanted to kind of take away the key takeaways that I wanted to share with you guys because this was incredible information. We had Melanie Mitro, we had Bonnie Engel, we had Carl, we had Jeff, we had the entire sales team. Everybody was there to share great information with us. So it was amazing. Carl started, and his real message to us, and I thought this was really powerful, was be relentless. You can't just say, hey, I think I want to sell a challenge pack this week. Like, you need to be relentless in your efforts to help others. You need to believe in these products and let everyone know that you believe in these products so that they know that, this is the real deal. You are being proof of the product. And it's going to help people to think about these products in a new way, which will help you to help people more effectively. And he wanted us to really have a shift in our mindset. And I thought this was important. Ask yourself every day, who did I help today? Instead of saying, how much did I make today? Or I have 4 Success Club points. Forget that. Who did you help? And how did you help them? Did you send somebody a recipe? Did you, send someone a message and just put a smile on their face? Did you encourage that person who didn't press play today? What did you do to help somebody today? If you focus on money, you are building an empty business. Good is the enemy of great. And I thought that was very powerful too. You know, you could be good at what you do and you could be satisfied being good, but why? Why would you be satisfied being good? Always push yourself and be great. Go and see, like, what do I need to do to take it to the next level? And that's what you need to work on. And it's not going to be easy. It's going to be hard work. And all of us do it. No matter what level we're at, we are constantly working on improving ourselves and going for great. And it's a constant struggle, but you need to keep doing it in order to really, really be your best self. And just really never lose faith in where you want to go. Because if you don't lose faith, you'll get there. You just have to keep chugging along. So he was amazing. And then they really spoke a lot. This is a huge takeaway about empowering your coaches. I find a lot, you know, when you are the leader and you have coaches underneath you, sometimes, you know, you become like a little bit of a control freak and you're kind of like, oh goodness, you know, I need to help them with everything. I need to run all the team calls. I need to do all this. And they wanted us to really change the way we think about that. We should be leaders of leaders. So instead of being in control of everything, teach everyone how to be leaders. Recognize everyone for their strengths. Something that they suggested that I started doing on my team calls is having a featured speaker of the week on our team calls. So I had the coaches sign up. There was a sign up sheet on our team page. And if they want to be the coach of the week and be the featured speaker on our call, they get 5 minutes to talk. They tell us their greatest tip, whether it's a fitness tip, nutrition tip, sales tip, challenge group tip, whatever it is. And people are loving this. People are excited to be on the call. Then their coaches who have never called into calls before are calling in to support their coach. So then they call in and then they're like, oh, wait, these calls are really good. I'm learning lots of information. So you're empowering them to lead their coaches. And you're showing their coaches the benefits of doing things like calling in for team calls. It's been really effective. That's something I put into place as soon as I got back. And that was really, really awesome. And then the other thing is empower versus enabling. You know, when you get that new coach and, you know, they've been in a week or two and they'll ask you a million questions. They're messaging you, you know, where do I find this? How do I do this? How do I do that? Instead of answering, tell them where to find it. Don't give them the answer. And they may be like, oh my God, she's being such a pain. She's making me go and look up this answer. Why can't she? I know she knows. Why can't she just tell me? But you know what? In the long run, you're going to make them independent coaches, independent CEOs of their own businesses. The more you spoon feed them the information, the less they're going to take ownership of their business and really run with it. They're going to constantly rely on you for information, and that's not empowering them at all. That's just enabling them to rely on you rather than having them learn where to find the information. So what I did was I made a doc in my team page with, you have a question, here's what you do, and here's all the different steps. So when someone messages me a question, I tag them in that file. I'm like, here you go, guys. You know, if you go, and the last step is if you did everything on this list and you still didn't find your answer, then you ask me. But you have to have done everything on the list. So, and if they ask me and I know it, you could have found it on the list, I'm definitely going to call them out on that. So definitely, you know, empower your coaches, don't enable them. They spent a huge amount of time talking about recruiting. And it's so important. I mean, we all want to build our teams. We all want to, you know, advance in rank and things of that nature. And you do need more people on your team in order to do that. And Bonnie Engel spoke about this. She was incredible, by the way. If you do not follow Bonnie Engel, highly recommend that you follow her on Facebook. She's phenomenal. So she's from the South, and she told this story that when she was a little girl, her dad used to take her fishing. And, you know, she'd have this big tub, and she would just kind of scoop, and she would get all these little bait fish and crappy fish that you can't eat, nothing worth anything. But she got a lot of them, but they weren't quality. So then her dad taught her, like, no, you need to take the bait, put it on the hook, and cast it out. That's where you're going to find the good fish. When you take your time and you think it out and you really decide what you're going for, you're going to get that fish you want. And that's the same kind of thing with coaching. You just don't want, you know, people with heartbeats. You want people who have the same beliefs as you, people who are going to go along with your team vision and really want to help others in a similar fashion to you that you do. So you want to bait people with a purpose, not a paycheck, and your purpose, because everyone's purpose is a little different. So if you bait them with your purpose, then you're going to attract people like you, which means you're going to like them, you're going to get along with them, and you're going to build a stronger team. You're going to inspire people by creating loyalty to the product and help them see that the product is like no other. So, there's a reason that the $10, protein shake at ShopRite is $10. And there's a reason Shakeology costs what it costs. And sometimes people just see numbers and they don't realize, like, they just want to save money. They don't want to get the better product. So it's really vital when you are recruiting coaches and teaching them about Shakeology and having your challenge groups that you really build value and educate people on your team, your coaches, your challengers, just in general when you're posting. Educate people about Shakeology, about the products, about the fitness programs, so that they realize why they're good and why you're so invested in them. This isn't just something you're trying to sell. You believe in this. You have seen results in this. And when you inspire people and you have loyal people that are loyal to you and to your products, there's nothing better, because those are the people who make the best coaches in the world, because they are so invested and they are just like, I love this stuff, let's go. So that energy really attracts people. So that's really important for you to take the time to do that. So the last bullet there is the most important thing that they talked about recruiting coaches. They said, recognize your niche. So what they said to do, and what I would ask all of you guys to do, after the call, take out a piece of paper, make a list that would describe your ideal, perfect coach. If you could pick them out at the store, what qualities would they have? What would they possess? And it's probably going to sound a lot like you. I hope, because I'm sure you recognize the strengths that you have, and you realize that that's what's gotten you so far. So you're going to want other people like that. And then what you're going to do for each one of those qualities, you're going to develop a post for each of those qualities. So if you're very organized, develop a post about that, because that's going to attract people, to you and to your team. It might be like, for me, I'm an organized person. I have kids. I have a busy life. I organize my craziness in a way that it works for my family, and I'm able to get my business in as well, so people can relate to that and people can see like, oh, hey, wait, maybe I can do that too. So make the list. Like this is what I did on the plane ride home. I made all these lists. I made the list of my niche. Like, you want to know who is that person you are looking for? Who is that good fish that you are going for? And really, really customize your posts to get that person, because they're out there. You just have to find them. And the only way you're going to find them is if you are customizing your posts. If your posts are just cookie cutter, stock pictures and, hey, I need 5 challengers, I need 5 coaches, you're not going to get your good fish. You're going to get warm bodies that way. We want the good ones. So that was Bonnie's suggestion. And I've definitely started doing that. And I've seen benefits of it already. So I would definitely suggest that you guys do that. Any questions so far?
No, it's so good.
So we'll just keep going. So they're actually going to be very soon, I'm not sure the exact date, but they're going to be introducing a 4th vital behavior. And the 4th vital behavior is going to be recognition. This is so important because, we all work hard and it feels really good when you are recognized. So we really want to instill this in all of the coaches to recognize both challengers and coaches alike, so that everyone is recognized for their strengths and weaknesses. We want to know that we know how good they are, and we want to recognize them as often as possible. Put a spotlight on effective coaches. You want them to know you see them. Sometimes people, especially as your teams get bigger and bigger and bigger, people sometimes feel invisible. Those coaches who are really doing great and they're kind of flying, they don't need so much of your attention. So you may not talk to them as often. They're more independent, and they'll check in with you, ask you questions every once in a while, but they're really soaring. And those are the people sometimes that really need to hear, like, hey, you are doing awesome. Just as much as that person who, hasn't posted consistently and then this week has posted 4 times. That person needs to be recognized too. Maybe they didn't have a single challenger this month, but you know what? They're working on improving themselves and improving their consistency. Recognize that. The important thing is when you recognize a behavior, it is repeated. So you want to recognize the things you want to keep seeing over and over and over. this is a really nice thing that they said. I'm sure you guys do on your team page also like a Success Club leaderboard, or, where you track who's got Success Club 5 and 10 and almost there. They said to put it in a new perspective. Instead of calling it a leaderboard or a stats board or anything like that, call it a Changing Lives Club. So if you have hit, if you're almost there, you've changed at least one life. If you've hit Success Club 1 through 4, you've changed at least one life. If you have hit Success Club 5, that's at least 3. Success Club 10, at least 5. And then what I started doing was each week I'll say, okay, my team is Team Spark. Team Spark has changed 23 lives this week. That is awesome. Like when people hear that, they realize and remember why we're doing this. We're not doing it to get the, Siggy bobblehead. We're doing it to help people. And I think when you see it that way and posted that way, it really resonates with you. And it's like, wow, we did that. That is pretty awesome. So you definitely want to be recognizing people very, very often. Another thing they said to recognize, and I don't have this in the slide, is recognize your top recruiter. So at the end of the month, look and see who brought the most coaches in and definitely put up a post about that. That's important. They are definitely bringing in a lot of coaches into your team. You need to recognize them for that. Another thing is when you are, if you're on the web and you see one of your coaches put up a really good post, share that into your team page and be like, hey, like Angela did an awesome post today. I love this. I love how she's sharing her journey and how she shared her struggle and, whatever it may be. I've been doing that and people are seeing what a good quality post looks like. And then I'm seeing them taking it and twisting it and being inspired by it and then making their own good post. So it's inspiring those coaches who need a little more direction in how to post effectively. And we made a very strong, you do not copy these posts. You take them and let them inspire you and put your own posts up. But I thought that was a really, my coaches are loving that. So that's a really good thing to do as well. Then the Miss Melanie spoke. So she was amazing. And she wouldn't fit in the suitcase, Ange. I tried to bring her home for you. She put up quite a fight.
Sorry.
So I couldn't get her in this.
I appreciate you trying.
Yeah, her security really didn't like it. So, I had to leave her there. She shared with us her marketing strategy, which was awesome. So she runs her challenge groups on the same schedule that I actually do. We have our challenge groups on the third Monday of every month. I don't know. Do you guys have them then? When do you guys have them?
We usually do the first, and we're now running 2, or I'm personally running 2, the first and third Mondays.
Perfect. So what she suggested, and that's what I do. I do a bonus group on the first if we have extra challengers. What she suggested to do, the first 2 weeks of the month, post about challenge groups. And I'm not talking about calls to action. I'm talking about sharing posts each day, sharing about different aspects of how the challenge group is helping you. Somebody posted this recipe yesterday in my challenge group and I made it. Here's a picture, show a picture of it. It was delicious. My kids loved it. It was so easy to make, things like that. We don't want to be jamming, people with, I need 5 people. We want it to be good quality sharing posts. The first 2 weeks of the month are about the challenge groups. The second 2 weeks of the month are about the coach opportunity. So you are going to be thinking about, remember that list you made of all the qualities of a good coach? That's when you're going to be using, in the second 2 weeks of the month, that's when you're going to be using those posts. You're also going to be making a list of why do you like to be a coach? How does it help you? How does it benefit you, your family, your physical self, your health, your wellness? Those are the kinds of things that you're going to be posting about. Limit the calls to action. They said 1 to 2 in that whole time period. Share your story and address objections. Bonnie Engel did a whole national wake-up call on this, and it was fantastic. She said to make a list of the top objections that you hear. So, of course, we all hear money, time, things of that nature. And then you're going to, I like to chew my food, not drink it. So what you need to do is write a post to counter that. For I don't have money, things like I used to go to Starbucks and pick up, a latte every day. I used to stop and pick up a sandwich at the deli. My God, I was spending, $5 to $15 on food every day. just on the run. I'm saving money by doing this, because honestly, when you work it out, you usually are when you cut out all the crap. So something like that. As far as busy, I usually will, like a mom taxi post or something, like, we're shuffling around town. We have soccer and karate and basketball, but I still had time to get in my 30-minute workout, things like that. And when you're posting about the coach opportunity, use very strong wording. Like, I will teach you the recipe for success. I will teach you everything I know. Don't reinvent the wheel. We have systems that we will share with you. You want people to know that they are not coming in blindly, that you are going to train them. You are going to be there for them. You're going to give them the resources they need, so that way, they don't have to start at square one. They have all these great resources to start with, and, they really kind of hit the ground running because they have so much good information at their hands. Then the other thing they talked about, because, when you get invited to this, the whole point is they want us to work towards becoming elite for next year, to have our teams be elite teams for next year. And they said the real key to this is building your Success Club base. And what your Success Club base is, the number of your personally sponsored coaches that hit Success Club each month. So they want us, and I started doing this also, and I thought this was a good idea. Each month you need to keep a list of who hit it and who was close. And these are just your personally sponsored. And as the month, so like now it's the 16th. So now we're like midway. So what they suggested you do is you create these little pods. So the people who have 1 to 3 go in one pod. The people who are, 1 to 4 rather. And then 5 to 9, and then 10 and up. So you have like 3 little pods, and imagine them as like little push groups. So what I've been doing, I have my little pod, which are my personally sponsored coaches that have not hit it yet. They're approaching it. They're getting there between 1 and 4 points. And each day I'll post a little challenge for them. Like, okay, guys, today I want you to do these 3 things. Today I want you to do this. And it's a nice little camaraderie. And I do it in a private message. So it's not yet another group to check. It's just a private message. And I do the same things for the people who hit Success Club 5 and the people who are at 10. To keep pushing them, because just because you hit those markers doesn't mean you stop. You have to keep going and going and going. So by using these little pods, it's like this little private area where, it's a little competition amongst the people. I do offer incentives, as they're getting closer and closer. I'm like, okay, guys, remember, whoever's going to hit Success Club 5 is getting a prize this month. So we need to really keep working towards this. And giving them these little tasks help to build their consistency and help to teach them what it is they're supposed to be doing. So I thought that was a good takeaway. You want to try to increase your Success Club base by 1 to 2 coaches each month. They said on average, the people who hit elite typically have about 4 to 5 people hitting, personally sponsored people hitting Success Club each month. So you need to definitely build that up if you're not at that level yet. Sorry. And then this I thought was right. This was really interesting. I'm from education field, so when you were studying and for education, they talk about self-fulfilling prophecies. When you're receiving your next class, if you hear, "Oh God, Johnny, you have Johnny," oh, sorry about that. So this poor kid is walking in the door with already, the teacher going, "Oh God, great, I have him." The kid didn't do a thing yet. He hasn't even entered the room. And already the teacher has this feeling about him because someone told her that this kid is trouble or this kid's going to give her a run for her money. And a story they shared, Jeff Hill shared with us, is that there was a study done that there were 2 tanks of rats. And they had college students come in, and they told the college students that one tank had dim rats, dumb ones, and one had the bright ones. And they had to observe them doing this maze. And when you read their observations, the ones who were the smart ones, they were just amazing at the things that they were observed doing. And the dim ones, they didn't do so good. But rats are rats. They're not smart. They're not dim. They're rats. There was no difference. There's no test to find out which tank they should go in. They just threw rats in a tank, and they wanted to see that people's response to hearing this label. Don't do that to your coaches. You might have someone who's wavering. Don't say like, "Oh my God, she's horrible," or "He's horrible. They're never going to amount to anything." You don't know that. If you give them a lot of mentoring and a lot of nurturing and a lot of guidance, they might surprise you. So treat everybody like they are a bright rat, because you know what? You never know. You never know who the superstars are going to be on your team. So it's when we put someone in a little box and say, yep, they're not going to be so good. That's when you're really shortchanging them and your team. So don't do that. And never stop growing your business. You constantly have to keep growing your business. You know, if you hit Success Club 5 or 10, you don't get to hang up your hat for the month and go, okay, I can relax now. You have to constantly keep building it, constantly keep encouraging your coaches to build it, so that way your team continue to grow and grow and grow. And here we go, Bonnie Engel. Oh my God, I love this woman. She was just so inspirational. She went, get this, last year at the first New Leaders Conference, she was a 2-star. She was there this January as a 15-star in 1 year. That's like incredible, incredible, incredible. She said to make sure you're sprinkling coaching in all of your posts, how it's benefiting you, you know, what you enjoy about it, why it's a good fit for you. Be clear about your expectations and what kind of leader you will be. We're all different. You know, some people are real handholders. Some people expect their people to be more independent. Be very honest with your new coaches about what kind of leader you are going to be. Again, answer those objections publicly. And think of Facebook as your reality show. Think of it, you know, we watch all these reality shows on TV. Well, this is yours. So you need to tell them your story. And it's not just about Beachbody. They need to know about you, about your kids, about your pets, about your likes, your dislikes. Tell them all about you so that they can connect with you and that they will invest in you and want to work with you. I thought this was an interesting fact. They said 80% of coaches who hit Success Club in the first 3 months do not quit. So you need to make sure they hit it by supporting them. That's a really important thing. If people achieve success in those first 3 months, it really goes a long way. So our job is, as leaders, is to make sure, do everything you possibly can to make sure they do it. And when you're doing those getting started right calls, Success Club is the main topic. Don't overwhelm them with information. Focus on Success Club and what you need to do to get there. Coaches will do what you do. So lead by example. And make sure you put your blinders on. You know what? You're you and I'm me, and everyone is different. So don't compare yourselves to anybody else, or else you're going to be your own worst enemy. Don't put yourself in competition with anybody. You're just working towards your goals, and that's it. Forget everything else. Forget everybody else. They don't matter. Work on you and your goals. And the $1 million question, especially for me, because I work full time, I've got kids, I've got a husband, it's busy, 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 is time management. There are definitely, you know, weeks and months where I feel like I work the business nonstop. So Melanie, you know, she said this was a huge problem for her and actually was leading to problems, you know, with her husband and with her family, and, you know, she wasn't spending time with her kids, and I totally can relate to that. So what she was saying to do, and I did this, and I definitely am seeing a huge, huge decrease in my stress and increase in my productivity. More time isn't better business. More time means you're usually wasting a lot of time when you're quote unquote working. So she said to use a Google Calendar or iCal for all business related activities and personal activities. Plan family time. Put it in your calendar. This is family time. Date night. Things like that. I know it sounds silly. It's like, of course it's family time. But you know what? I see that pop up now and I'm like, okay, bye phone. Like, it's time to focus on your family and what's important. Don't let Beachbody overtake your life. Work smarter, not longer. Make a weekly to-do list and try to kill like 2 of those things or 3 things each day. So that way it's not overwhelming. It's not like, oh my God, I have to do these 15 things today. No. Here's your list of 15 things for the week. I'm going to do that like 2 each day and then I'll get it done. It'll be fine, you know? And this has been my godsend. I just got Google Chrome, and there is an app called Kill My Newsfeed. It's awesome because you cannot see your newsfeed. It drives you insane the first time you use it because you're like, I have a notification. I have to see what's happening. You can't. So do you know how much more productive I am? It's awesome. It helps you not to get sucked in. And that was a problem I was having. I would get sucked in, and the next thing I know, it was 45 minutes later, and I had been just cruising. I didn't get through my power hour. And I'm like, oh, wait, I have to refocus. I have to get back to this. Now that I'm using this Kill My Newsfeed, oh, my God, it's awesome. I'm getting so much done. I've got my power hour sheet, boom, done. And then what she suggested and what I do is you can reward yourself. If you're all done with all your work, then you can scroll as much as your little heart is content because everything is done. It's done. You did all your power hour activities. You did those extra things that you had to do. And now it's fun time. Now you can do whatever you want. You could see who's dating who and who's mad at who. And the biggest thing that I want to tell everyone is you need to get there. You need to get to the New Leaders Conference in 2017. It was an amazing experience because it was so intimate. There was only 450 of us there. We literally walked in the door getting out of the Uber from the airport, and we walked into Jeff Hill. It was like, oh, hi, how you doing? It was like all the people you see on Facebook at a hotel in Los Angeles. It was crazy. It was a great opportunity to network. We met Carl, the trainers, top coaches, corporate reps, etc., and just had so much fun. And I just wanted to show you guys a couple of pictures just so you see like what it is we were doing. And this one's for you, Angela. We met Coach Trey. He was awesome.
Oh, our team loves Trey.
And that's my success partner.
Oh, wait, we can't see your pictures, Jen.
Oh, you can't? Oh, you know why? Because hold on. You know why? The security settings. I will change the security settings for a second. Hold on a second. This was a top secret mission I told you. So I had to.
Yeah, so for those of you that don't know, so Jen works in a school, right? You're a speech pathologist, right?
Yes.
She's not allowed to take off when school's not off. So she actually created a top secret mission Facebook group, and she couldn't post her pictures on Facebook. So she was posting them in this top secret mission because God forbid anybody found out she was there. She would have been fired, probably.
I would get in big trouble. I wonder
anyway.
What do I do? Do I hit public for a minute and then change it back?
Wait a second. Hold on a second. I'm still seeing the slides. So you want to stop?
Oh, maybe that's just the problem. Hold on.
Yeah.
That might just be the problem. Because you should be able to see it because it's my screen share. I have access. Okay, hold on. Now I'm going to screen share again. Do you see me?
I see you. Okay. Well, no, I don't see. Yeah. When you.
Okay. All right. It should work now. Can you see my Facebook?
I can.
Okay.
Yay.
Okay, it worked. I'm like, wait a second. It's my security settings. This should work. Okay, so here's your picture.
Yeah, Trey.
And that's my success partner, and that's my friend Kristen. So these are the pictures corporate took of us. These are some other coaches. This is a cocktail party that they had for us that night. This is one of the other Westchester Market Council people, Terry. And this is Santa Monica, where Tony Horton likes to hang out. This is what we did when we were stranded in California. What does one do when you're stranded in California? You go to the beach. And it was gorgeous. Come on. We had this bike tour guy who looked like Bernie from Weekend at Bernie.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, we were like, oh my God, he looks like the dead guy from Bernie. So it was the Hollywood Hills. We went on a cheesy Hollywood tour. Oh, it was fun. That was Justin Bieber's house that he got thrown out of.
Lovely.
Rodeo Drive. That's my car. Me and Shaq.
Soon.
And then here, let me just get to the ones with Carl. Hold on. There's like 1,000. We went to Madame Tussauds and had a lot of fun. This is what we did when we got stranded. You order a round of drinks. And this was like my big moment. I got to meet Miss Melanie. There we go. She was super, super nice. And I had a chat with her at the bar. She was lovely. She answered all my questions. She's a very sweet person.
Awesome.
There's Tony. We did a 22 hardcore workout, which was awesome. I can't wait for it to come out. There he is. And actually, funny story about him. The night before at the cocktail party, we waited on this crazy long line to take a picture with him. And the person taking the picture was moving their hand. So the picture came out awful. It was all blurry. So his handler this is after the workout, was walking him out, and she's like screaming, we're not stopping. So we got to the hall, and it was just us. I was like, Tony, I waited online last night and I tried to take a picture of you, but it got all messed up. And he was like, stop. The girl got so mad. He was like, come here. He's like, wait, we have to find good light. And he found good light. And then we got to take this picture, which was fun.
Oh, awesome. I love him.
Oh my God. He's the night. That's the girl who was really mad at me.
Okay.
And we got a whole bag of Beachbody goodies. We got all these fun prizes and shirts and like mats and stuff. And yeah, we had pizza. Because that's what you do. And there's Carl. It was just so, so fun. And see, there's the bad picture.
Gotcha. Yeah.
And there's the corporate sales team.
Yeah.
Jeff Pearson and Jeff Matherson and Lacey in the middle. So, and there's the man, Mr. Carl. Do what you need to do to get yourself there because it is worth everything. This is our tour of corporate. We got to go and see corporate, which was really, really fun. They have a gym and they can just like stop working at any time and go work out.
Oh, that's awesome.
So cool. So it was just incredible. This is the Wallace Shakeology. There's the team cup. One of the girls on our tour won it.
No way.
She's like, oh yeah, when we came, we're like, wait, what? She was like, when we came to get it, we're like, wait, you won the team cup? She was one of the Frenchies.
Oh yeah, the French people.
Yeah, they win everything.
They win all the time.
So, and we got to try the cafe latte, and that was it.
Awesome.
So awesome. So you need to be 2-star sometime between now and the end of the year. And by doing that, and by having your coaches become Hitting Success Club, you will earn elite points. And then that's it. Like I got my room for free and all that jazz because I had enough elite points. So it was an amazing experience.
Awesome. Jenn, thank you so much for sharing. This is such great information and I hope everybody we're gonna sit down and we're gonna implement it. So do you have 2 seconds for questions?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so I have one question is when you separate out, you know how you said you have the different pods of people, when you separate them out, what types of tips are you giving them on a daily basis?
So like if I found like a good YouTube training video on inviting, I'll send them some wording suggestions.
Okay.
I'll send them things like that, how do you like suggestion questions for forming people, things like that. Because people are like, oh yeah, I formed. I'm like, what did you do? And they're like, I asked, how are you? I was like, no, you need to ask a little more than that.
Gotcha.
Just giving them sort of more of a game plan of what to do. Okay.
And you do that just like kind of by feel, like where you think they are right then and there?
Mm-hmm, because I assign them to the pod. So it's like so if they're in that, 1 to 4 point pod or 0 to 4 point pod, then the 5 to 9 and then 10 and up.
Gotcha. Okay.
So it's like 3 pods.
Got it. All right. I'm going to unmute everybody because I know there's some people that always have questions and don't fail me now, ladies. All right. So go ahead. Raise your hand if you got a question there. Come on. No questions.
It was the PowerPoint. It just spelled it out very clearly.
PowerPoint was brilliant. Me? I'm sorry. I had another question. I forgot. Sorry. Please.
He has a question. What's your question, puppy?
Yeah, he has a question.
Christine, come on. You have a question. I know you do.
I do have a question. So I liked the slide with the calendar. Is there any way that we can, are you going to have a copy of that in so I can see because I wrote down the first 2 weeks, it's going to be, you post about your challenge groups. Mostly it's about what goes on in those groups, right?
It's what you benefit, how you benefit from participating and how your challengers benefit.
Okay. And then the next 2 weeks are posts about almost like inviting to the opportunity and call to action and objections.
Right. So it's going to be presenting the coach opportunity, addressing objections, and then 1 or 2 calls to action in that 2-week span.
So 1 or 2 in the 2-week span.
Yeah.
Call to action.
Mm-hmm. So you want to have more you sharing about your experience as a coach and how you are benefiting from it and how you fit it into your busy life. Mm-hmm. Because then when people like and comment on that, then you're going to reach out to them and be like, oh, thank you so much for commenting or liking, and sometimes they'll ask questions based on what you post. rather than constantly saying, you know, I'm having a sneak peek, I'm having a backstage pass or whatever, because that does come across as salesy rather than you sharing your experience.
Yeah. Jen, what's just on a personal level, like, what do you think is the top recruiting thing that you do? Do you do sneak peeks? Like, what's your approach?
We do a 1 hour live event sneak peek. So, so we have, I think it's pretty similar to what you do.
We just literally what I did last night was the first time I've ever done that.
Oh, really? I saw you posting about it. So I was like, oh, she does what we do. We started that a couple months ago. And some months are really good. And some months you do it and it's not so good. What I always do is I ask all the new coaches to participate. So that way there's a lot of action. I ask all the coaches to participate, but the new coaches, I really emphasize that I want them to participate. So they're new. They need to learn about all these different things about coaching and how to present the coach opportunity. So it's sort of a learning experience for them too. And they bring a lot of excitement to the event, which is fun.
Gotcha. How often do you run them?
Just once a month.
Once a month. Okay. Gotcha. Okay.
And we'll do like giveaways and stuff. Like we do like Shakeology samples and a shaker cup and like Fixate and stuff like that. And then if they become a coach, they get a prize.
Gotcha. If you're what's your biggest way to invite them to that? Do you do messaging or how?
We do an event and then I make all my coaches the co-hosts of it, and people invite people right in the event. So it all happens in one place.
Yep.
And then you follow up with private messaging.
Gotcha. Okay.
So, hey, I'm not sure if you saw my event I invited you to, I'm really excited about it. So like right now I have my events up and I'm starting to just post like little tidbits each day. So like I have a lot of friends who are personal trainers and fitness instructors. So I actually used Trey's video today in there about how it can benefit them.
Gotcha.
So just to kind of lead up and kind of, share a little bit of information prior to the actual event. Gotcha.
Awesome. All right, cool. Anybody else? No? Nicole? No, Nicole? I'm shocked. All right. Well, Jen, I'm going to let you go. Thank you so much. This was so helpful. I really appreciate it.
No problem. I will talk to you soon.
All right. Ladies, if you want to stay on, I'm going to stay on for a couple of minutes because I want to chat a little.
Okay. Bye, guys.
Bye. Thank you.
No problem.
Hi, ladies.
Hi.
She's so cute. I love her. You guys find that helpful?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Good. She's really cute. I love her. She's like just super like ridiculously organized. So I love that about her too. Christine, I will get those slides from her because I saw that she did it on a Google slide. So I'll just get the file so that we could see how the calendar is laid out.
Okay.
Yeah. Here's the thing, guys. Like I'm getting neater and more organized with what my focus is in my like own little life. So that the 1 hour live event that we did last night I thought it was really good.
I liked it.
I loved it. The 3-day sneak peek, see you later. Sucks ass. I hate it. So no more. Unless you want to do it on your own, I am not doing them. They're long, drawn out, and you lose everybody's focus. But so the live 1 hour event we did last night was great. I don't know, I'm still trying to follow up with people. I was on a mission to do one like once a week, and I have no problem doing that. But I definitely want everybody to get involved. You know what I mean? So I want to plan one for our team and not like yesterday we co-hosted with somebody else from, not in our direct line, but she had all of the information. She knew how to run it, and I wanted to go through it with her first. But now that we know like exactly what to expect, I want really to maybe do one again on Monday and just either Monday or Wednesday and just go with it. So like we're all going to be involved this time. So I'm going to post in the team page. We'll do a little schedule. Like if somebody wants to do a video on the different topics, or even if they want to just go in there, and I'll make a schedule of like leading up to the event for the next couple of days. I'll create the event now and leading up to it for the next couple of days. Like somebody wants to post something that says like, can't wait, so excited to start our event, blah, 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 whatever. Like, let's just hype it up. That's what we did for the Westchester Market Council. We created an event, and then we actually have a schedule of who's supposed to post in that event leading up to actually April 3rd. So in our like Westchester Market Council group, there's a schedule of like who needs to do a video on what topic, and just like kind of promoting the event, because the more that you post in the event, the more it gets into other people's news feeds too.
So basically, she said the way you invite people to it, it's not that you post it on your own feed. You just invite people to the event.
Right. So if you see when I create the event, you can actually go, and I can make everybody co-host. You can go there and you can, on the right hand side is basically choose what friends you want to invite. So it sounds like what she does is like she sends out the invites and then just follows up with a message.
Okay, instead of posting it on your own feed as another call to action type of thing.
Right, exactly. Okay. Because I follow Jenn a lot. I see a lot of her stuff just because we interact a lot. I've never seen her say like, hey, I need 5 coaches, come join me. Or like, I have this, event going on, come join me. I think she does a lot, like she said, through private messaging. So she invites to the event, and then you'll get a notification in your newsfeed. I'm sure you guys have been invited to events before. You get a little notification, and then you can say like, going, not going, maybe, or interested or whatever it is. And then she follows up with a private message, which makes sense. I will tell you this, guys, it's something that worked for me the last week or two. Like I want to recruit right now. So I'm in like recruiting. My brain is in recruiting mode. I started using my like page, and I tested out a boosted post. From that boosted, which means you pay for the advertisement. So from that boosted post, I ended up getting a ton of like comments and a ton of likes. I literally reached out to every single person. I would say like, 90% of them were like, who the heck are you? And like, what post did I like? And I was like, hey, I'm the crazy, busy, crazy fit girl, like, hey, and then they would like not get back to me. Some of them gave me their emails. I've had a call with some girl in Canada. I had another girl like from Instagram, like that I spoke to. But I'm still like talking to these people. I don't think it's going to happen overnight, but there's a lot of people that I'm talking to. But I will tell you this, that event that we did last night, I went back to those people that had responded to me. And I was like, hey, I know that we left off like, we just kind of like left off where we were, but I'm having this event tonight and I want to invite you to it. And like a whole bunch of people said yes. So, they said that they were going. Now, if they were there and watching and just being a fly on the wall, I have no idea. But right now, after we get off, I'm going to go and like follow up with all of them again. So that one post from like a week and a half ago or whatever it was, gave me 70 new people to actually talk to. You know what I mean? And then be able to say, hey, you liked a post of mine about, about making fitness your business, blah, blah, blah. I'm having this event so you can learn more about it. So what I'm trying to do is trying to create like Melanie mentioned, like a marketing plan, like a really well thought out marketing plan, like so that it's not just like, fly by the seat of your pants. Like I, need 3 coaches. Here's the coaching application. Come join my team. And then I don't do anything, Mm-hmm. Christine, I'm sorry, what were you going to say?
No, I was just thinking when you said about people coming into that group by inviting. I think there were a couple of people though that liked my video and stuff, my little post, but I didn't invite them, and I didn't see them that they joined. Like they weren't on the tab as going. So how do they see it too? Because I know it's an open event.
It's an open event, and that happened to me last night. So there was one girl that I did not invite, but she ended up being like, we are friends. And now like, you've got to understand now I'm using Facebook as my business. So I have a ton of friends that I don't personally know anymore, that just, we have one friend in common or whatever. We went to high school together, 10 years apart, whatever. There was a girl in there last night that happened to be a friend of a friend. I'm friends with her, but we only have one mutual friend. And I don't know how she got in there, but I messaged her. I was like, hey, saw that you were in my group and like commenting, like, what's up, Mm-hmm. So again, I have a lot of follow-up to do today. I think they see it because it's public, but here's the trick now. The trick is that we have to go back in there and see like if there's any more comments or likes. You know what I mean? And that's a whole job in itself. And also then determine like who is related to this person. You know what I mean? Uh-huh. Like where did this person come from? which typically you can see. Like if it's, let's just say if it was somebody that says like, I'm friends with Jamie, then obviously it's not my person, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But if I have if we have a mutual friend in common, like this girl, then I know she's coming from my end. But I thought that I thought it was great. So we just need to you just need to do a lot of follow up.
Yeah, I think that's where I fall short is the follow up, because I have a lot of people that like pictures or comment, but I think they're just liking them because they're like them, not because they're interested in.
No, you see, now here's the thing, right? And Nicole and I talk about this all the time, and I force Nicole to talk to people, don't I? I do. So when somebody likes your picture, and guys, this is all like I just had a conversation in another group. You have to remember that you are you first, right? You're a coach, sure. You're a Team Beachbody coach. That's fabulous. But when you wake up in the morning and you look in the mirror, you're you. So you cannot lead with, hey, I'm a coach and I'm going to sell you something. No, you're going to lead with, dude, you liked my picture. Thanks. You know what? Because it's really scary to put your abs out on Facebook, right? So it's really scary. Like I've been posting my like naked pictures on Instagram because I feel like nobody's there or nobody I know is there, which is so not true because there's so many people. But like I will message those people now and I'm like, I truly, Ange, not Coach Ange, the scary, like I had just had, I have 3 kids and still not in the greatest shape, really appreciates that you're commenting on my picture and giving me love. You know what I'm trying to say?
Mm-hmm.
So it's more of like my messages to them are like, you know what, girl, thank you so much for liking my picture. I really hope that, you find some, Nicole, this is verbatim what I told you to say. I really hope that you find some inspiration or even humor in my posts.
You do that through a private message?
I do that on Instagram in private messaging, but I also do it on Facebook all the time. I say nothing about Beachbody. Because honestly, I'm Ange, right? So the person with like the heart and the soul, really actually, like, I'm psyched that people like my pictures. And I will tell them that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And that's how the conversation starts. So the conversation starts with like, girl, thank you so much for liking my picture. I really hope, I hope that they inspire. How you doing? Like, what's up? I haven't talked to you in like 10 years. What I find, and this is my brain too, what I've learned in the last like 6 months is that I have overcomplicated absolutely every single step of this business, and it is not complicated. You wake up and you are you, and you like humans, and you like to talk to people, and even if you don't like to talk to people, find the people that you don't like to talk to and say like, you don't like to talk to people either, neither do I. Let's talk together. It's not like I'm getting the hang. Like something just like opened up the other day, and I was like, oh my god, this is so stupid. This is so not hard. And sometimes people need the extra push, right? So I can't even tell you how many people in the last like week or two I messaged them. I'm like, girl, what are you doing? We talked about the 21-day fix like 2 months ago. What's up? And literally I'll get a message back that says, I'm afraid of failing. And I'm like, okay, but if you're not failing, you're not trying. So at least try and let me help you. And from that one person, she referred me her sister. She referred me a girl at work. And now another girl at work at her job signs up as a discount coach. So I added another coach to the team today. From one girl that I messaged and said, because I have a relationship with her, I was able to say, we talked about the 21-day fix 2 months ago. What the fuck are you doing? She's like, I'm afraid to fail. I'm like, okay, well, fail with me. Let me help you. And she was like, okay, well, then send it to my sister because she's going to do it with me and I'm forcing her to do it. And then my coworkers, because they're at work with me, I'm going to make them do it too. I have 8 Success Club points because of her. And that's how it starts. It's just from talking. But also, like, just being friends with people. That's it. And Tammy, in our group chat, she said exactly what I said, if you noticed. She said, what did she say about the money? I wrote it down. If you build a business on a paycheck, what did she say?
Right.
Yeah, it's not going to work.
It's not going to work.
It's not going to work. And girls, I tell you this all the time because I am guilty of it, guilty as charged. When I signed up, I needed the fucking money. Okay. I needed the money. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I needed the money. And I went after it because I needed the money to like literally like do shit for my family. And yes, did I make some money? Sure. But if it fizzled out, you know what I mean? Like you can only go so much by showing that side where like, I need you to sign up. I need you to do that. I need when you shift that mindset and you start to say to yourself, like, why am I doing this? And, you know, that desperation is like ugly, but, you know, sometimes we're in that, you know, and that's cool. But you have to kind of, okay, why did I do this? I did this because, yeah, of course I need to make money. We all have bills to pay. But if you can't lead with why you actually want to do this, and that can be to help people, but that can also be to, you know, everybody's different. You know, it could be to help people, but it could be to do something that you love and help people and still get paid for it. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, and build a legacy for your family. So it doesn't all have to be the same, but if you're going to approach it and you look at everybody as a success club point, because I did at first, I was like, ooh, that's 2 right there. Okay, great. And you're another 1. And as soon as I started to shift, it almost came a little, it became easier and less stressful. You know?
Mm-hmm.
That money is, yes, the money will come. I tell you that from experience, it will come, but it will not come if that's what you lead with. It just won't. So that's all. Oh, what is it? Oh, if you're focused on money, you're building an empty business. True story. Tell me. Because I will tell you this, a lot of the coaches that I recruited at the beginning, because of like my attitude towards like, I need the money, quit. And I'm staring at really some fierce women here, which I recruited in my, okay, yes, money's great, but I really want to build a solid team. I'm going to cry. Don't make me cry. No, seriously, I'm serious. Like, what?
My first Hootsuite host today. Are you practicing? And I'm not going to bed tonight until all of my stuff is scheduled for tomorrow at work.
Awesome.
Yes.
Yay. All right, guys. So I'm going to, just to go back to the girls that weren't on the, at the beginning, Team Eagle had a great call last night. And this is repetitive. I'm sorry for the people that are hearing it again. They had a great call with Christina Delgado, a former attorney. She's in Florida. She's amazing. She retired from the practice of law after 5 years of Beachbody and is in the Millionaires Club and is also a 15-star diamond. She did a really quick call with Team Eagle. She's awesome. I posted the call in our team page. So Team Eagle is hosting what's called a push, and they are using all of Christina Delgado's content, which I'm sure is phenomenal. So basically what it is, it's just going to be this big push to like just elevate you to the next level. So if you're a coach and you want to be an emerald, if you're an emerald and you want to be a diamond, if you're a diamond and you want to be a star diamond, whatever it is, it's going to be daily activities basically posted on that day. And, you know, you can take it at your own pace. You can go full force. There is a $10 entry fee. And when I'll tag you guys in the event, you have to fill out an application. It's a $10 entry fee, but at the end, there's certain prizes that they're giving away. So I don't know if they've determined what the prizes are, but I think it's like an iPad and all this stuff. If you sign up for coaches, like there's all these different rules on how you can earn the prizes. But I think the content is going to be amazing. I love, Laura and I are obsessed with Christina Delgado, and she's amazing. So anything that she does, I'm in. And I know Saudi got it pretty much directly from her. So
I signed up today.
Okay, well, cool. So I know Nicole signed up. I know Laura's signing up.
Tara signed up.
Tara signed up. I got to do it right now. Diana's in it to win it, so she's going to be in it. And I think everybody, you know what, guys, this is what I said, even if you sign up, and I don't want to say don't do it because I want everybody to do it while it's going on. But even if you don't, that $10 entry fee is giving you access to free training. You have to think of it that way. You know what I mean? Like this is going to be, they said it's going to be a different level of training than just the 3 vital behaviors, So for $10, you can get yourself some training and then copy it, put it in a Google document so you can do it for your team later. I'm all about not reinventing the wheel. All right, ladies, go do your power hours. Or Laura, go to sleep.
Sleep.
She's sleeping already.
I know, Laura's like half dead.
Okay, good night.
Good night, guys. Bye.